Good evening everyone, I am Sandeep Kaur. Today we are going to start chapter 3 of First Flight, that is 2 stories about flying. This chapter is divided into 2 parts and today we will start with the first one, that is his first flight. So first of all let us discuss the title of the chapter, his first flight. It is very suitable both metaphorically as well as literally. Literal meaning here is for the young seagull, okay, he took his first flight. The story is about, or it is of the day when the first time he flew across the sky, right? Next is metaphorical meaning. So as we have seen in the literal meaning is actual meaning of the title, that the seagull he flew in the sky. So according to metaphorical meaning, first flight means first attempt. In our life also we fly. सिर्फ एक उड़ना ही नहीं. What? How we fly from our fear. हम अपने fear. Fly means to go away in the sky to enjoy the freedom. क्लियर, टू गो अवे फ्रॉम आवर फियर्स, अपने डर से दूर भागकर आजादी को हासिल करना, दैट इज फ्लाइट, उड़ान. क्लियर. तो मेटाफोरिकली आल्सो दिस टाइटल इज क्वाइट सुटेबल बिकॉज द यंग सीगल हियर इन द चैप्टर ही लेफ्ट हिज फियर बिहाइंड, ओके, एंड ही एंजॉयड द फ्रीडम फ्रॉम द फियर, फ्रीडम फ्रॉम हिज ओन फियर व्हेन ही फ्लू इन द स्काई. Clear? So let us discuss the characters first. So here characters are the young seagull, he is a baby seagull actually, okay, mother seagull, mother and father. Seagull is a bird actually, which flies over the sea, right? Then two brothers and a sister of the young seagull. Right? These are the characters. The young seagull, very timid and weak and nervous. Two brothers and sister, very lively, strong, confident. Mother and father, very motivating. They are very motivating for their children, very helpful, very encouraging. Clear? So let us discuss the theme now. What is the theme of the chapter? All these are the long questions. Title, theme and your characters. Clear? So the theme of the chapter is very short. It is courage and self-confidence. Which is very much required to achieve our goal in life. If we want to rise high in life, if we want to ascend in life, this courage and self-confidence, they are the predominant or preliminary aspects without which one cannot do anything. Next is, we should never give up and bravely face all the difficulties of life. डर के आगे जीत है kind of thing is actually the actual theme of this story. Next is be kind to be cruel. This is for mother. Especially mother's role is like So if you are writing the character sketch of mother seagull, then you can start from this. Mother seagull very justifies this what do you call it statement, be cruel to be kind. She showed in the, when you read the story now, you will understand that she showed herself very cruel, but actually from the inner side she is very kind. Those parents na, or sometimes teachers, elders, from outer side they show that they are very hard, very strict and very cruel. But why they are cruel? Because their motive is to make us strong. Clear? And they want us to be self-confident, brave. That's why sometimes they become very strict. Okay, and they see means they always want कि we should fight our own wars at our own. Clear? तो war मतलब first world war और second world war नहीं. War means the wars of life. Clear? The difficulties of life, the barriers of life हमें खुद ही पार करने पड़ेंगे. That's why sometimes parents become cruel. लेकिन अंदर से उन्हें परवाह होती है कि एक्चुअल में इनके साथ कुछ बुरा ना हो. Clear? Next is next theme can be God has made us stronger than we think we are. Clear? We are stronger than we think. हम कभी कभी सोचते हैं कि ये तो हो ही नहीं पाएगा, इट इज इम्पॉसिबल फॉर मी. क्लियर? टू गेट एन A1, टू गेट अबव 95, टू गेट अबव 98 इन इंग्लिश, ये तो हो ही नहीं पाएगा, बहुत मुश्किल है. कितने ग्रामेटिकल एरर्स निकल जाएंगे, कितना कुछ हो जाएगा. बट नो, बिकॉज वी आर स्ट्रॉन्गर. हमारे पास कितना टाइम पड़ा है, वी हैव टू डू राइट. तो वी आर स्ट्रॉन्गर देन वी थिंक. हम लोग सोचते हैं हम 90 80 ले पाएंगे, लेकिन हम 100 ले सकते हैं. राइट? तो सिमिलरली सीगल, द यंग सीगल वाज थिंकिंग कि ही कुड नॉट फ्लाई, बट ही फ्लू. और कब उसने फ्लाई किया? व्हेन इवन ही हैड नॉट ईटन फूड फॉर ऑलमोस्ट 2 days. ऑलमोस्ट 2 days भूखा रहने के बाद भी ही गॉट द एनर्जी फ्रॉम समवेयर कि उसने इतनी लंबी उड़ान भरी. राइट? So these are the things, these can be things. If it is asked in a short question, you can explain any one of them. If it is asked in a long question, you can explain all, making different headings. That the following can be the themes for this chapter or this story. Clear? Or if you feel after reading the chapter, if you feel that any other theme could be added, you can add, but always give the proper explanation or reason for your statement. जो भी हम बोलते हैं उसका कुछ बात में वजन होना चाहिए, उसका प्रूफ हमारे पास होना चाहिए, अदरवाइज डोंट मेंशन एनीथिंग. Good evening everyone, I am Sandeep Kaur. Today we will start chapter 3, 2 stories about flying. The other day we continued this chapter, we started this chapter and today we are continuing his first flight, that is part 1. As we did the other day, this story is about a young seagull, clear, who is very nervous, lack of confidence, right? His siblings having even shorter wings than him, are more capable than him. Parents are encouraging, siblings are encouraging, but still he doesn't have that confidence that he could learn to fly. Clear? And that's why he had been starving for almost 24 hours, because parents and siblings, they were not coming close to him and they wanted to teach him a lesson that if he would not work hard for himself, he would not get anything in life. Right? So we had been discussing main points of the chapter. Right? Before that we discussed title and its theme, or as well as characters of the chapter, main characters of the chapter. Right? So here today we are starting with point 6, trying to catch his food, a piece of fish. As we have read in the previous class that the seagull, he was very hungry. Reason I have already told you. So mother, she had been again and again coming close to him. Okay, and she had been holding a piece of fish in her beak. Okay, and she was trying to show him that piece of food or that piece of fish, and in this way she wanted to encourage him. Like when he would come forward to catch that piece of meat, so he would learn something, or she wanted to show him that food is very near, only you will have to try. Clear? So trying to catch his food, a piece of fish, and fell in the air. So while he was trying to catch that piece of fish, he finally fell into the air. Okay. So I am reading from page number 34. So here, ga ga ga, he cried, begging her to bring him some food. As I told you, mother, she had been carrying a piece of fish. Ga called, ah, she screamed. And mother also replied to her in her own language, but derisively. Meaning is given here in a manner showing someone that she or he is stupid. Mother is trying to irritate him, or indirectly she is motivating, encouraging him. Right? But he kept calling plaintively, means sorrowfully, and after a minute or so he uttered a joyful scream. He cried, joyful. His mother had picked up a piece of a fish and was flying across to him with it. He leaned eagerly. Eagerly means he came forward to catch that piece of meat. But what happened? Tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. For example, the seagull is here and mother is crossing in front of him. Okay, but she is not going closer to him. She is just showing him that she is having food with her, but not giving to her. Right? But when she was just opposite to him, she halted. Halted means she stopped. Her wings motionless, a piece of fish in her beak, almost within reach of his beak. Mother came closer to him, but still the distance was there that he could not reach that piece of food. Clear? He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then maddened by hunger. He was also surprised that why mother is not coming near to him, and he was very hungry, also maddened with hunger. He dived the fish. Dived, that means jumped at the fish, and what happened with a loud scream? The other day also I told you, suppose this is the rock where they had been living, the seagull and his family, and here is the sea. The seagull is sitting over here just at the corner of the rock or its ledge, right? Mother, she is crossing from here, and when he jumped to take that piece of fish, he finds himself into the air, somewhat here. Clear? So what happened after that? With a loud scream, scream means cry, he fell outwards and downwards into the space. Then a monstrous terror seized him. Seized मतलब बांध लेना, बहुत ज़्यादा डर जाना. Monstrous means what? Too much, a lot of. Who is a monster? Having big body and big features. So monstrous means, monstrous is a symbol of something very big, right? So monstrous terror seized him and his heart stood still. He could hear nothing. His heart almost stopped working. He could not hear anything. Suppose you yourself suppose, okay, means this condition is for you, that you are diving into the air or you are in the air, how you would feel over there, right? His heart stood still. He could not hear anything, but only lasted a minute. The next moment he felt his wings spread outwards. As there is a very famous quote that see, what do you call it? Necessity is the mother of invention. Necessity is the mother of all inventions, right? So similarly here, he was not trying to do that, what his parents had been saying. But now as he felt that if he would not fly, if he would not move his wings, he would die. So what happened? He started moving his wings, cutting through the air. He was not falling headlong now. Earlier he was falling like this. But now what he felt, he was not, when he started moving his wings, he was not falling headlong. And he was soaring. Soaring means rising up. Gradually means slowly and regularly. Downwards and outwards. Downwards and outwards means towards this side. Clear? He was no longer afraid. Now he was not scared. अब वो डरा हुआ नहीं था. क्योंकि क्या हो चुका था, उसने उड़ना सीख लिया, तो उसने कोशिश कर ली थी उड़ने की। He just felt a bit dizzy, घबराहट हो रही थी उसको, dizzy means बहुत ज्यादा घबरा जाना, clear? Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards, and out of happiness, out of that confidence which he had gained just now due to his activity, he was singing or crying ga 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 ko kol a. His mother swooped past him, and what did he see? कि जब उसने ये अचीवमेंट हासिल की तो मदर कहाँ पर थी, बिल्कुल साथ में थी, राइट? Her wings making a loud noise, he answered her and another scream, then his father flew. मतलब जब उड़ान भर ली तो everyone was so happy. अब तक का जो गुस्सा, जो एंगर था सबका, वो खत्म हो चुका था क्योंकि यंग सीगल ने सबकी बात अब मान ली थी, राइट? तो जैसे ही यंगर उड़ा तो सारी फैमिलीज को एनकरेज करने के लिए, एज आई रिटन हियर, आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग स्ट्रगल इन द एयर ही फ्लेw फाइनली, एंड पेरेंट्स एंड सिबलिंग्स एनकरेज्ड एंड प्रेज्ड हिम फॉर हिज अचीवमेंट. व्हाट वाज हिज अचीवमेंट? हिज फर्स्ट फ्लाइट. क्लियर? कम ऑन पेज नंबर 35, लास्ट लाइन, लास्ट पैराग्राफ, सॉरी. His parents and his brothers and sister had landed on this green flooring ahead him. They were beckoning. Beckoning means encouraging to him, calling shrilly. Shrilly means चीख कर बुला रहे थे उसे. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. The legs sank into it. अब वो सी के ऊपर क्या कर रहा था? डाइव कर रहा था, तैर रहा था. He screamed with fright, डर से, and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But लेकिन अब वो क्या हो चुका था? बहुत ज्यादा थक चुका था. And weak with hunger, क्योंकि हंगर भी बहुत ज्यादा थी. And he could not rise. Exhausted by the strange exercise, his feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no farther. Clear? सी के ऊपर वो आया और सी के ऊपर उसका जो बेली थी, उसका जो स्टमक था, वो टच हो रहा था, लेकिन अब वो ज्यादा दूर तक तैर भी नहीं पा रहा था. He was floating on it. Around him कौन कौन था? फैमिली सारी आसपास उड़ रही थी. तो this family, when we are in need, they give us encouragement. But when we are very nervous, when we think that we cannot do anything, then family, it doesn't support us. Why? Because they are angry with us for our shortcomings. It doesn't mean that they leave us. Why do they leave us? Because they want to make us alone so that we could do something for ourselves. Right? So this was the story of the seagull, how he achieved that particular thing. His first achievement, that was his first flight. Please go through the text, see if there is any problem. Must write all the character sketches. Clear? See, grab some vocabulary from internet or from books or from dictionary. Clear? Give different meanings, different words every time. Clear? Please, online students as well as offline students also, go through the text. If there is any query, ask me regarding the chapter. Thank you very much. Good evening everyone, I am Sandeep Kaur. Today we are going to start second part of chapter 3, the black aeroplane. The black aeroplane. Let us discuss the title first. So black aeroplane, the aeroplane in itself is very important in the chapter. Clear? This is the thing which has brought out the very interesting theme in the chapter. When you read the chapter, everything will come clear in front of you. How the black aeroplane, it helped the narrator to come out of a great problem. Okay, when he was alone, when no one was around him, then this black aeroplane only, it helped him out, it showed him the way, it acted as a guide for him when he was all alone in the sky. Right? So next come to the characters. So here in this chapter, we have 3 characters only. First is the narrator himself. Second, the man who was there in the plane, black aeroplane. And third, she is a minor character actually. Third is the lady who was in the office or see where aeroplanes they report and all. Okay. So only 3 characters are there. That lady, she is a minor character. Her role is not that much. Only narrator and the man who was in the or who helped him or who was flying the black aeroplane, they both are the main characters. Right? This is a very short story. So I have written the main points of the story on the blackboard. Clear? We'll do these main points and the whole story will be very clear to you all. But please keep in mind that reading of the text is very important. Without reading the text, you all know. I need not explain it every time. Okay? So first is narrator on his way to England in a very happy mood. Right? So narrator is flying over France back to England. Right? In an old Dakota. Dakota is the name of his aeroplane. An old aeroplane. Right? So if you use this word Dakota in your questions, you will get extra benefits. Clear? You will have to keep all the, it is also like one of the characters, to keep all the names and dates and cities in your mind. Right? So the narrator who has been flying or on his way to England and he is in a very happy mood. Clear? So I am reading from the book also, explanation of this point. The moon was coming up in the red east behind me. Stars were shining in the clear sky and there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Means everything was normal. I was happy to be alone high up above the sleeping countryside. When the whole world and whole countryside means village area, remote areas. When the whole world was sleeping, I was above them flying in my Dakota. I was flying my old Dakota aeroplane over France back to England. I was dreaming of my holiday. Actually, the narrator here, he is planning a holiday or he is dreaming about his holiday. He is from job, he will get an off and he will enjoy the holiday and breakfast with his family. So he is planning all that, right? So what he is saying, I looked at my watch and it was 1:30 in the morning. I should call Paris control soon, I thought, as I looked down past the nose of the aeroplane, a part of an aeroplane. I saw the lights of a big city in front of me, switched on the radio and said, Paris control, Dakota DS-088 here. Can you hear me? I am on my way to England over. Means he made a call to the control office of aeroplane and he informed that he was about to land. Right? The voice from the radio answered immediately, DS-088, I can hear you. You ought to turn 12 degrees. And they instructed him to turn into that particular direction. He checked the map and the compass, switched over to his second and last fuel tank. His second, actually every train they have planes, they have two fuel tanks, or this Dakota it has two fuel tanks, and his second and last tank was about to over. He turned Dakota 12 degrees west towards England. And he is planning in his mind that he will enjoy the breakfast along with his family. Paris was about 150 kilometers behind him when he saw the clouds. What did he see? Sudden appearance of storm clouds. Before sometimes, a few minutes ago or a few hours ago, the sky was clear. But it means the narrator, he even doesn't know from where do these clouds appear. Right? So what did he see? Strong clouds. They were very huge. They looked like black mountains standing in front of the narrator in the sky. Right? I knew I could not fly up. Means the narrator, he got nervous because he could not see anything in front of him. And what happened thereafter? All the instruments become dead. All the instruments which he could use to inform the radio station, they become dead. See page number 37, last paragraph. When he entered the clouds, first he was thinking he should turn back to France, right? Paris. But he tried or he planned to take the risk and he entered straight away. He was, which character quality of the narrator is coming out here? That is very brave. He is risky. He took the risk, right? But he did not want to lose the chance. He did not want to waste the time to meet his family, right? So that's why what he did, he entered into the clouds straight away and everything was suddenly black. It was impossible to see anything outside the, means he could not, उसको बाहर कुछ भी दिखाई नहीं दे रहा था, आसपास अंधेरा ही था. Suppose कि no one is around you, आपके आसपास कोई नहीं है और आप आकाश में हो, धरती पर भी नहीं हो जहाँ कोई आपकी हेल्प नहीं कर सकता. और आसपास क्या है, अंधेरा है, आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा कहाँ जाना है. It was the situation for him. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. तो एरोप्लेन जो था वो भी जंप और ट्विस्ट करने लगा, क्योंकि समझ में नहीं आ रहा था ड्राइवर को किसको कहाँ, पायलट को समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि कहाँ मूव करना है. I looked at the compass. I could not believe my eyes. क्योंकि कंपास क्या कर रही थी, राउंड राउंड घूम रही थी. Stopped working. Third point we are doing, right? It was dead. It would not work. Palvi, is it working? Okay. The other instruments were suddenly dead too. I tried the radio. He tried the radio. He tried the compass. Right? So everything was dead, and he was feeling hopeless that time. He means shouted through the radio, Paris control, can you hear me? But there was no answer. No one answered him because everything was beyond his control now. Then what happened? A mysterious black aeroplane appears for help from nowhere. He even doesn't know that वो कहाँ से आया. वो एरोप्लेन अचानक उसको दिखाई दिया. What happened? I was lost in the storm. Then in the black clouds quite near me, I saw another aeroplane. It had no lights on its wings. उस पर कोई lights नहीं थी उसके wings पर. But I could see it flying next. लेकिन फिर भी वो देख पा रहा था क्योंकि काफी नजदीक था. I could see the pilot's face turn towards me. तो दूसरे पायलट ने उसकी तरफ चेहरा घुमाया तो वो देख रहा था. I was very glad. Glad means happy to see another person. Suppose आप कहीं बहुत अकेले हो, you are helpless, you are in trouble. तो आपको कोई और अगर आदमी दिखाई दे जाए तो आपको ऐसा लगता है कि मुझे सेव करने के लिए my savior has come over there and that person would rescue me out of this difficult situation. Clear? So I was very glad to see another person. He lifted one hand and waved like this. He showed me a sign that he was with me and was there to help me. Follow me, he was saying, follow me. He knows that I am lost, I thought, and he was trying to help me. तो वो जो दूसरे प्लेन का जो पायलट था वो क्या कर रहा था, हेल्प करने की मुझे कोशिश कर रहा था. कैमरा इज वर्किंग? हाँ जी. He knows that I am lost. I thought he was trying to help me. He turned his aeroplane slowly. Means he turned his aeroplane towards the other direction and tried to help me. And what happened thereafter? The narrator lands safely. The narrator followed the other pilot and he landed safely. Where did he land safely? After half an hour, the strange black aeroplane was still there in front of me in the clouds. Now there was only enough fuel in the old Dakota's last train to fly over 5 or 10 minutes more. कितना फ्यूल बचा था कि वो 5 और 10 किलोमीटर तक ही और फ्लाई कर सकता था. I was starting to feel, फिर मुझे डर लगने लग गया, नरेटर कह रहा है. लेकिन तब क्या हुआ, जो मेरे साथ वाला एरोप्लेन था जिसे मैं फॉलो कर रहा था वो नीचे जाने लगा, मीन्स वो लैंड करने लगा और मैंने भी स्ट्रॉन्ग के थ्रू उसको फॉलो किया एंड आई ऑल्सो लैंडेड ओवर देयर. सडनली आई केम आउट ऑफ द क्लाउड और मैंने थोड़ी देर बाद क्या देखा कि आई वॉज आउट ऑफ द क्लाउड एंड आई लैंडेड सेफली. राइट? एंड तो नेक्स्ट इज व्हेन द नरेटर लैंडेड सेफली, व्हाट हैपेंड देयर आफ्टर? द नरेटर ही रैन. And what did he see? He saw an airport and he cried due to happiness that he was safe. I turned to look for my friend. He wanted to help the other person who helped me. He is calling him as his friend here because he helped me in the worst time. He helped him in the worst times. But the sky was empty. There was nothing. There was nothing there. The black aeroplane was gone. I could not see it anywhere. क्योंकि ब्लैक एरोप्लेन तो वहाँ पर था ही, मुझको कुछ भी दिखाई नहीं दे रहा था. I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota near the control tower. वो उतरा और उसको बिल्कुल भी बुरा नहीं लग रहा था कि वो डाकोटा को छोड़कर सीधे कहाँ जा रहा है, कंट्रोल रूम में या कंट्रोल टावर में. बिकॉज ही वॉन्टेड टू एनक्वायर अबाउट कॉल because he wanted to inquire about the black aeroplane. And what happened thereafter? He asked the lady over there, the woman or the controller over there, the woman in the control center, that where I was and who was the other pilot with me. So the lady, she laughed. This is called the mystery about the black aeroplane. एरोप्लेन। लेकिन क्या रहस्य था उस ब्लैक एरोप्लेन का, किसी को समझ में नहीं आया, क्योंकि वो जो लेडी थी कंट्रोल रूम में, उसने क्या कहा कि कोई भी एरोप्लेन आकाश में नहीं था, सिर्फ आपका ही एरोप्लेन था, और रडार पर उस समय कोई भी और चीज का सिग्नल नजर नहीं आ रहा था। राइट, सो हु हेल्प्ड मी टू अराइव देयर सेफली। तो ये मिस्ट्री क्या है, मिस्ट्री लास्ट में सॉल्व नहीं हुई है। राइटर ने हमारे लिए एक मिस्ट्री छोड़ी है कि किसने उसको हेल्प की, कौन था वो। अगर कोई नजर नहीं आ रहा था तो मुझे जो नजर आया, हु वाज ही, राइट, एंड विदाउट एनी मोर फ्यूल इन माय टैंक्स, who was the pilot on the strange black aeroplane flying in the storm without lights। बिना लाइट के कौन सा ऐसा एरोप्लेन, ये मिस्ट्री थी, क्योंकि हमने स्टार्टिंग में क्या पढ़ा था कि उसके आसपास इतना अंधेरा हो गया था ब्लैक स्टॉर्म की वजह से, उसको कुछ भी नजर नहीं आ रहा था। फिर वो जो साथ वाला एरोप्लेन आया था वो नजर कैसे आ गया, जबकि उसके विंग्स पे लाइट्स भी नहीं थी, और वो कैसे प्लेन को ड्राइव कर रहा था, राइट, कैसे वो लाइट उसको दिख रही थी, या वो कैसे उसको वे दिख रहा था, हु वाज ही। सो दिस इज ऑल मिस्ट्री विच द राइटर of the chapter he has left for us, right? So please go through the text and see if there is any doubt. You can, online students, you can send me the queries by text. Offline students, please go through it. Still we have 5 to 10 minutes left. Ask me if there is any doubt. Thank you very much.